Hi lovelies! Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, a warm welcome to you. Welcome to our community. On my channel, I create fragrance, beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content. If that sounds good to you, please take a second to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. All of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. That really helps me grow my channel, you guys. I appreciate it. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. So today I have a very highly requested video, and a very helpful video, I should say. It is all about how to contour and highlight your face, or shade and illuminate your face. It is something that a lot of people struggle with, not knowing how to contour to suit your face shape, you guys. That is very important, to contour and highlight to suit your face shape, not the way I highlight for my face shape. In this video, I will show how to contour and highlight your specific face shape. If you guys want to learn how to do that, just stay tuned. So you guys, there are several things to remember when contouring and highlighting. First, you have to identify your face shape. There are 4 face shapes. My face shape is a square face shape, which means the width of my forehead is equal to the width of my cheekbones and the width of my jawline. So they all match. So that's a square face shape, and usually square face shapes have prominent jawlines like I do. And then you have heart-shaped face. That means you have a wider forehead. The forehead is wider than the lower half of your face. So you don't have prominent jawlines. You have a very pointy lower half, but your forehead is wider than the bottom of your face. So that's a heart-shaped face. And then you have round face shapes, which means the length of your face is equal to the width of your face, and it's very well rounded, very kind of round face shape. And then you have oval face shape. That means the length of your face is 1.5 times compared to the width of your face. So your face tends to be very long and elongated when you have an oval shaped face. A common mistake I see on YouTube especially is people demonstrating how to do contouring and highlighting on their faces and not mentioning anything about contouring and highlighting to suit each person's face shape. People just contour and highlight their faces the way they do it. That's all they show. They don't talk about how each person needs to contour and highlight to suit their face shape, not the person who's doing that. So I have some contour products that I really like using. So I wanted to kind of talk about the products that you can use. If you really want to be snatched, if you want your face to be really snatched, I suggest you use cream contour and highlight. That way you can really snatch your face, and then you will set your face with a setting powder and a large brush all over after cream contouring. So you set the cream products with the powder product. That doesn't mean you have to set your cream contour and cream highlight with, let's say, a powder contour and highlight like this one right here. This is the Scott Barnes palette. This is powder contouring. You don't need to set your cream products, cream contour and highlight with a powder contour and highlight. That's not how it's done. That is just too excessive. That's too much. You don't need to do that. But if you so choose to, if you really want to be like super crazy snatched and maybe, but it just doesn't look natural. So either you use cream products or you use powder products. In my opinion, you can, on top of your like set face, just contour and highlight with powder products if you want. But my recommended method is, if you want to be snatched, to contour with cream products like this or this, and then set your face with a setting powder like this all over, and then, you know, bronze up your face and move on and do the rest of your face. So that's what I suggest. So I have several cream products here. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shade and Illuminate contour and highlight palette. And then I have this Graptobian palette, which really is a foundation kind of concealer in one. You can also use to contour and highlight. However, I don't really think the shades in here are cool toned enough for contouring. I don't necessarily use this for contouring, use it for other stuff. And then you have like this one, Kevin Aquan. This is a cream and powder mix palette. Oh, it's really dirty. I haven't cleaned that in a long time. And then you have my favorite, my personal favorite for cream contour. Well, I have two personal favorites. So my first favorite is this one. This is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate cream product. So this is the cream highlighter and this is the cream contour. This one is a super amazing product, blends itself so good. And then I have my next favorite for contouring, which by the way, on a regular basis I don't use a palette like this to shade and illuminate like on a daily basis. That's just too much snatching. What I usually on a daily basis do is use like a contour wand like this Fenty contour wand in the shade Mocha. I use that for contouring, and then I use my concealer for the highlighting. What I did in this video is I put my foundation on, and then I used a concealer to conceal my under eyes and everything, prepped my face that way, got it ready to go, and then I used a cream highlight and contour palette, Anastasia one, to do the highlighting and contouring on top of the foundation and concealer. And then you also have powder contour highlight palettes like this one. This is also by Anastasia. This is Scott Bond's Sculpting and Contour palette. This is also a powder contour blush kind of palette, which I find very good. Like if you don't have time to cream contour your face, to snatch your face, then you can use powder products, for example. And I also demonstrated in this video how to contour and highlight to suit each face shape. So let's dive right into it right now. Okay guys, for contouring and highlighting or shading and illuminating, cream products tend to be the best. If I really want my face snatched, I like to use cream products, cream contour and cream highlight. And then I just set my face with a powder, just like a face powder. You can either use cream contour highlight or you can just use powders. You don't need to use both because you set your face after cream contouring anyways. So you are setting your contour and highlight cream products with a powder, with your face powder, basically setting powder. So I suggest if you want like a really snatched face, using cream products and then setting your face with a face powder or setting powder, or using powder products just for a light contouring job. Okay guys, of all the products that I showed you, I think I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour and Highlight palette, only because it's just easier to show both contour and highlight with this palette. In my daily life, I don't use a palette like this for everyday use at all. This is just for this tutorial. So I use something like this on a daily basis, Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette, or I use my Fenty stick for contouring, and for highlighting I just use my concealer. First, identify the shape of your face because you want to contour to suit your face shape, not mine. So of course I'm going to start out with my face shape, and I will talk about the other three shapes after I highlight and contour my own face. So you need some good brushes. So you need a stippling brush like this one with stippling edges to blend out your contour, apply and blend out your contour. I have many different stippling brushes that I use. I have a pinched one with stippling, edges like this, and I also have like another pinched brush that doesn't have stippling kind of like edges. Another important thing to remember is that you are trying to use light and dark to snatch your face here. So you want to make sure to use a contour that is cool toned, not a very warm contour. So warm is usually a bronzer thing, like you want to use a warm bronzer, but for contouring to create those shadows underneath, where you want to create the dark, it needs to be a cool shade. I know it sounds scary because you don't want to use like gray toned, undertone things on your face, but trust me, if you want to create jaw structure, bone structure, you have to use a cool toned contour color. Taupe is usually a very good one to stick with. For example, for my complexion, this one right here, Fenty contour stick in Mocha. This is a cool toned contour. This is perfect for my skin tone, but this comes in other shades as well for lighter and darker skin than mine. It is also important to pick a contour that doesn't have any shimmer on it. That's gonna defeat the purpose. It's gonna shimmer and reflect light, and that's not what you want. You want something that absorbs light and creates shadows. So avoid any contour with any shimmer. I hope there aren't any contours with shimmers. You know what I mean. So I'm going to start with the middle color here. So for me, I have a very prominent jawline. So I want to contour along my jawline to make it kind of smaller and bring it in a little bit. Now, if I had a heart-shaped face, which is like the opposite of having prominent jaws, then you would be highlighting down here. You wouldn't be contouring on the jawline because you want the person to have wider jaw there. So whatever the face shape it is, you're trying to bring it to the middle. You know what I mean? If you are square, you're trying to be more round. If you're round, you're trying to be more square. And if you have like a heart-shaped face, same thing. You're trying to have a jawline. And when you have a jawline, you're trying to not have a jawline because you're trying to go to the opposite direction of what your face shape is, which is what brings you to like a nice medium. Middle is always the best, you guys. So I'm gonna start with highlight. You always wanna start with highlight and then you add the contour, and same with the blending. You wanna blend the highlight out first and then blend your contour, because you can always blend the contour into the highlight than the other way around, because if you did the other way around, it can really mess things up. So I'm going to pick a brush like this and I'm going to go into my highlight shade here, Banana, in the Anastasia palette here. And I'm going to highlight my face. Now I want to highlight the T-zone of my face, obviously, right there. And then I want to highlight the bridge of my nose. And then I want to highlight right here where my cheekbone is, top of my cheekbone, for my face shape in an angle, because I want the face to be like a little bit angular. And same here on this side. And then I want to highlight the inside of my inner corner of my eye there. So you're going to place some highlight there as well. So there you go. Now, like I said, you guys, you can use a concealer for this on a daily basis. And then I want to take this one, kind of lift the edges of my mouth there. So that's another place I want to highlight. And you want to highlight the chin right there a little bit. So that's all the highlighting I'm going to do. Now onto contour. So now I'm going to take a stippling brush like this and I'm going to go into this shade, the medium shade there. So I'm going to place my contour right underneath the highlight I put there. Right there. Because when you blend, it's going to come down a little bit. So there it is, down on an angle to suit my face shape, because I want my face to be down, angular, and brought in a little bit. So actually, you guys, I don't have to contour my forehead because of my face shape. Actually, because I want to narrow down the lower half over here, like the lower end, which is the jawline. I want to narrow it down by contouring my jawline. I don't have to contour my top, because if I narrow this down and leave it as it is, then it's going to give, this is going to be bigger than the lower half, which is what we want. We're trying to make it a little bit more pointy, right? But I can slightly contour if I want. I can put a little right there, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to contour my jawline. So I want to bring the contour right on my jawline like this, because we're trying to trim my jawline. I know it looks crazy right now, don't you fear. It's gonna come together nicely. So I am bringing right there I'm cutting my jawline down because I already have very prominent jawlines. Now do you see how already it kind of snatched my jawline and made it look less than it is, really? It already did that for me there by just drawing the contour line. And also you want to go down the side of the nose and contour. I pinched my brush a little here and then I'm contouring the sides of my nose like that. And I don't want to shorten my nose because my nose is already short, so I kept it pretty much open down here so it can be as long as possible. And I can bring the contour up a little bit like this to the side of my face there. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. So that's contouring and highlighting to suit my face shape. Now let me talk about how to contour and highlight for other face shapes. Now for heart-shaped face, which has the opposite of my jawline, they have like not so prominent jawlines, very pointy, very soft ends, and they have a wider top, you know, wider forehead and narrower bottom half. So for those people, you want to do the opposite of what I did on my face. You don't want to contour your jawline. Instead, you're going to highlight right above the jawline here. You're going to use the highlight, not the contour. So you're going to draw a highlight line here right above the jawline and here. So you're highlighting, don't contour, don't use contour, just 2 lines of highlight right here. And then you want to bring your forehead in because your forehead is wider than others, right? So then you really want to contour your forehead and bring the forehead a little bit in. So you want to contour here, a little bit over here, bring it to the middle, and contour to bring it to the middle, and contour to bring it a little lower. So you're going to have a bigger contour there, you know, like heavier on the ends. So you're bringing your forehead in. With the highlight, you want to bring the highlight down the jawline here, down the jawline here, and then you want to put a little highlight here and here. And then you want to put a little highlight right under your contour a little bit, right on the temple, and then down the nose bridge to highlight the nose bridge. And then of course you contour the sides of your nose. That's, you know, different nose shapes, depends on nose shapes. We're talking about face shape here. If you have a round face, that means the width of your face is equal to your length of your face. So what you want to do is elongate your face a little bit and also kind of chisel the sides, like give your face a little structure because you're very round. So for contour, what you want to do is you want to go here and then bring the contour like this. So you draw like this and you bring it down. So you go like this and you bring the contour down. So you almost draw like a bracket shape thing there. And then with highlight, you want to pull the highlight down to elongate the face like this, like a very sharp upside down triangle. And then you highlight the middle of your face, the nose bridge. And for round face shape, you want to contour forehead like this and like this. So you want to contour all this part and this part, so it kind of elongates the face a little bit. You just do side and side on a diagonal, the temples, and then you contour the nose, and then you highlight the nose bridge, and then you, with your highlighter, you draw a horizontal line like sideways like this, so you widen your chin a little bit too. So that's for round face shapes. I'm gonna put diagrams for your reference, just because I don't have models here with different face shapes to do the contouring and show you each different face shape. Now for an oval shape, it's a very long face, so you want to make it rounder and wider. That's the goal with an oval shape, because your length is too much, your width isn't enough. So you want to bring the highlight out more to the sides, and the contouring is such that it shortens the face a little bit. So you want to shorten the face. So you want to contour all up here, like the entire top part of your forehead, to shorten your forehead. And same with the chin. You want to contour here and here on a V, so you can actually shorten the chin a little bit by bringing it up. And with the highlight, you want to really highlight this whole top area and bring it out like this. So you bring the highlight out like this, so you widen your face so that it just opens up a little bit more than being narrow. So you open it up by widening the face with the highlight. And then for contour, you just put a light little you know, such little tiny mark here right under the highlight, just a little. You don't want to put too much contour because you're already very narrow. Just a little bit just to kind of complement the highlight, but the highlight's going to be bigger than the contour. And for the jaw, for an oval shaped face, you can highlight the jaw also over here and over here. So you widen the jaw, and then you widen the cheeks, and you widen the forehead by highlighting down here and contouring up here. So that's how you highlight and contour for an oval shaped face. I will now show you how I finish my face. So now I'm gonna blend out the highlight first, and then I'm gonna blend out the contour. Blending my highlight first, and I'm gonna blend my contour. So contour, sorry you guys, I thought I was recording, so you missed part of it. Now I'm blending my contour after I blended my highlight already. And when I blend my jawline, I like to sort of bring the contour down to my neck a little bit so that it kind of looks seamless, the contour under my chin a little bit too, under my neck. Okay, and then I blended already my nose. Sorry you missed that, my camera wasn't apparently recording. Look how snatched my nose looks. So that's what it looks like. So I blended like the middle here, all my highlight parts I blended first, and then I went and blended my contour areas like that. So then after that, I like to take like a foundation brush, or actually much better if you have a big stippling brush, and I go around the edges of the highlight and contour, and I make sure that they blend well seamlessly together, you know, contour into highlight and highlight into contour. So I kind of like do a little bit of like edge softening with my foundation brush or my bigger stippling brush. I have a bigger stippling brush upstairs. I just didn't bring it down. So there you go. Now it looks nice and seamless. My face looks snatched and narrower on the bottom. My jawline got snatched to be smaller and narrower, and my forehead remains the same, so my forehead's bigger and jawline snatched, so now it gives it a little bit more like a heart shape and a roundness, and then my jaws are nice and snatched kind of diagonally, so it kind of elongates my face a little bit as well. So now I'm gonna set my face with this Chanel setting powder. So my face looks super snatched right now. Very good. So now all the cream products have been set with the powder. Okay, so that's the snatched face. You can tell it's nice and snatched. Looks skinny. It looks, you know, a little bit more pointy than being square. My jaws are smaller, and my jaws are a little bit in, and everything is nice and snatched. Okay, now you can go ahead and bronze up your face if you want. This is not following up with the cream contour. This is just bronzing. So I'll just do the bronzing on camera, and then I'm gonna do the rest of my face off camera, and I'll be right back. But let me show you. I'm gonna now bronze by using a warmer bronzer, a warm one this time. So I'm just going to bronze up to bring warmth back to my face, because I basically used a sort of a grayish, you know, shadow creating contour. So you want to warm up your face a little bit with the bronzer, you can. So I'm just gonna bronze up the perimeters of my face and my cheeks a little bit, and that's all I'm gonna do for bronzing. And let me do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. So you guys, this is the finished face. Doesn't that make a difference to contour and highlight your face? I don't always do this on a regular daily basis. I contour and highlight when I really want to be snatched, you know? So that's it, you guys. That's how you contour and highlight or shade and illuminate your face to suit your face shape. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. ring that notification bell for more videos like this so you will not miss any of my videos. I will see you guys in my next video.